inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Going for a big play right off the bat. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed behind the line. It's up. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And running the option is so important for that quarterback, man. Making the right decision. Nice job sucking the defense in, pitching the football, and then look at it. The extra yards, he gets the rest. Nice third down conversion.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Off the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback may change this route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. From the gun, the running back has it.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. To the air, it's Aguilar. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Matthews. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Now facing a third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon happen. And there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
There he goes. Attack. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Volunteer.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown ball! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The Sooner offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Sometimes it's not about fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he's swallowed up in the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the RPO, complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To the air, it's Aguilar. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Sometimes a play like that, incorporating the back in the passing game, almost seems like cheating. It's so easy.
Yep, because you can run it against man or you can run it against zone. If you're patient, obviously, with zone coverage, he can come open. But man-to-man, I like my chances of a running back versus a linebacker. So nice job by the quarterback, nice job by the running back.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Might be calling a hot route. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He's got it. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Still on his feet. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, after throwing that incompletion down here on the 1-yard line, if you're on the offense, let's get back to running the football. Let's see if we can be the more physical side, get some push up front, and run this thing in for a touchdown.
Trying play action. Touchdown, Tennessee! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Crosses the 30. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Give to the running back.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Turning it on. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And this Big Orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big one.
He makes a grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Deny them on 2nd and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the read. Leaves it with the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. To make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. He takes it all the way back for the 2.
How about the job by this field goal blocking? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the ground with the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's piled up 76 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Aguilar. Fires to the right. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Making side adjustments here. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it! And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Wants to throw on 1st down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. I get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right up, right and through. And now the lead's extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Corners are going to bail. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. To the air, it's Aguilar.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the 2nd half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the 2nd half for this defense.
The Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. That pass is incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And the Volunteers will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field, or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
He'll run it again. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Grab near the sticks. It's Burks. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So here is the Tennessee offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Makes the grab on the left. 45 on his way. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. The sure hands, it's Staley. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Just keep slinging it. Snags it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They're looking to throw on second and short. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. It's our forced to settle for 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. They're trailing by 11 to ULM. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there, forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. The option look. The give to the back. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He might want another play. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. It's caught downfield. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the 3rd quarter. This defense will start the 4th on its heels. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play. 2nd
down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Breaks into the open. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his tight end. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
This time they'll go to the running game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That punt was a bit rushed, and it showed with a short kick. The ball is going to be touched down just outside of the red zone. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Using the quick game.
They've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts, and I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Gives it on the option. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
And there's really no question here, after not getting it on that last run play, down in the 4th quarter, 4th down, you've got to go. You've got to dial up your best play here offensively. Who is your best matchup, one-on-one, that can get you this 1st down, keep the drive moving, and keep your chances of winning this game alive?
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Touchdown Sooners! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Iowa State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Ames. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 2nd down coming up. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, he's still on his feet. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Aguilar. Got his man in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Jukes his way for more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Got his man. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, will do it. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into